Hey, everyone. So, let's talk about something I bet we've all felt at some point. The lingering thought of, oh no, am I missing out? You know what I mean? Scrolling through your phone, seeing everyone else's highlight reels, and suddenly wondering if your life is somehow less. It's such a sneaky feeling, isn't it? Today, I want to unpack this whole fear of missing out thing, where it comes from, why it messes with us, and most importantly, how we can take back control. Because honestly, I think we're all ready to stop feeling like we're running a race we didn't sign up for. So first off, let's talk about this illusion of abundance. We live in a world that's throwing endless possibilities at us 24/7. You open Instagram, and wow, someone's on a yacht in Greece, someone else is at a concert you didn't even know was happening, and your old high school friend just launched a startup that's apparently worth $1 million. It's like the universe is saying, look at all this. Why aren't you doing it too? Social media algorithms? They're the worst culprits. They're designed to shove the most exciting, envy-inducing stuff right in your face. And don't get me started on influencer culture, those perfectly curated lifestyle brands selling us this idea that if we're not living some epic, photo shoot-worthy life, we're doing it wrong. It's exhausting just thinking about it. But the point is, that constant stream? It's an illusion. It's not reality, it's a highlight reel. And yet, it tricks us into feeling like we're missing out on something huge. I've caught myself doing it scrolling late at night, wondering why I'm not at that party or taking that trip. Have you ever felt that? Like everyone else is living the good life, and you're just here? So, what's actually going on in our heads when this hits? Well, fear of missing out, or FOMO, as the cool kids call it, is a real psychological thing. Studies show it can tank our mental health, stirring up anxiety, low self-esteem, even depression. It's like this social comparison trap we fall into. We look at someone else's life, or at least the shiny version they post online, and suddenly our own feels small. I remember one time I saw a friend's post about some fancy dinner, and I was sitting there eating cereal in my pajamas, thinking, wow, I'm a loser. Ridiculous, right? But it happens. And it's not just a fleeting thought, it can push us to do wild stuff. Fear of missing out can make us impulsive. Ever bought concert tickets you couldn't afford just because everyone else was going? Or said yes to plans you didn't even want to do, just to feel included? It's like we're chasing this ghost of what could be, and it leaves us overwhelmed, overspent, and honestly, kind of miserable. So, why do we keep doing it to ourselves? Well, I think it's because we're human. We crave connection, meaning a sense that we're part of something. But the good news? We can flip the script. We don't have to let fear of missing out run the show. So, how do we take control of our time and attention? That's the part I'm excited to dig into. First up, mindful consumption. I'm not saying ditch social media entirely. I mean, I'd miss the dog videos too much, but we can be smarter about it. There are apps out there that limit your screen time, and trust me, they're a game changer. I started using one, and suddenly I had hours back in my day. Also, think about who you follow. Are they inspiring you, or just making you feel bad? I unfollowed a bunch of accounts that left me jealous and started following people who share stuff that actually matters to me. Artists, writers, folks who feel real. And when you're online, engage with what lights you up, comment, share, connect. It's way more fun than doom scrolling. Next, let's shift the focus to you. What do you want out of life? Not what Instagram says you should want. What you care about. Your passions, your goals, your weird little dreams. For me, it's writing and hiking, nothing fancy, but it's mine. When I started zeroing in on that, I stopped caring so much about what everyone else was up to. It's like building your own path instead of chasing someone else's. What's your thing? Maybe it's cooking or learning guitar or just being the best friend you can be. Whatever it is, lean into it. And here's a big one. Prioritize real-life experiences. I know, it sounds obvious, but how often do we actually do it? Put the phone down and look around. The other day, I went for a walk. No headphones, no distractions, and just listened to the birds. It was so simple, but I felt present. Call a friend, hug your dog, cook dinner with someone you love. Those moments, they beat any filtered photo online, hands down. That brings me to something I think is huge. Authenticity and presence. We've got to embrace our own journeys, messy, unglamorous, and all. Celebrate the small wins. Maybe you didn't climb Mount Everest today, but you made it through a tough week? That's worth a high five. And real connections? They're gold. I'd take a coffee date with a friend who gets me over 1,000 likes any day. Being present, really soaking in the moment, whether it's a sunset or a good laugh, that's where the good stuff lives. So, how do we tie this all together? I think it's about living with purpose. Not some big, scary, world-changing purpose, though if that's your vibe, go for it, but something that feels true to you. Set goals that make sense for your life, not someone else's. Maybe it's running a 5K, or reading more books, or just being kinder to yourself. Focus on growing into the person you want to be. And here's the secret. Happiness doesn't come from likes or followers or keeping up with the Joneses. It's an inside job. Always has been. So, next time you feel that fear of missing out creeping in, and it will because we're all human, then pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, what's mine? What do I want? You don't have to chase every shiny thing out there. You've got your own story, your own pace, and it's enough. Actually, it's more than enough. It's yours. And honestly, that's pretty darn cool. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's that one thing you're going to try to shake off the fear of missing out? If you found this helpful, feel free to share it with someone who might benefit from it. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.